I joined a government high school in Mulki, a small town, 30 kilometers between Udupi and Mangalore, which is a Kannada medium school, in the 6th standard, because that's what the starting high school was. And when I joined, there was something called as ACC, Auxiliary Cadet Corps. So I joined that for 2 years, 6th and 7th standard. It's almost like a junior to junior NCC wing of Army. And when I came to the 8th standard, they introduced Naval Wing. I got very fascinated by the uniform and I decided to join. And 3 years I was in Junior Division NCC Naval Wing. Attended 1 or 2 annual training camps. That's the time I decided that probably this is my future. And one of my drawback was that I could not concentrate on studies. Not that I could not take it forward, but I had other interests like games, all that, extracurricular activities, and NCC was the main part of it. Then I came to the college, which is in Mulki itself, Vijaya College, Mulki, and continued in Senior Division NCC, the PUC, and then first year BSc. Then I found up my opinion about joining the forces. Only thing was how to go about it. Because you are from a small town, not much of a background, not anybody in the defense forces, as you know, that that part of the world, not many people used to join the forces. Everybody used to be bankers, because all the banks, 5 banks originated from Mangalore side. So everybody used to, even I was told, why are you wasting your time in defense forces? Come and I'll get you a job in bank. I said 8 hours on the chair, not my cup of tea. And then I started going to various, concentrating on NCC more and more. Annual training camp, then went for Nausainik camp. Then when I came to first year BSc, I decided that I have to join the Navy. And then one of the avenue was special entry cadet into the NDA, National Defense Academy, with minimum age of some 17 and a half years. C certificate being the minimum, and first year BSc as the minimum qualification. And in January, I even was selected for Republic Day contingent camp. So you can imagine next 2-3 months from December till February went into the Republic Day parade camps. Initially selection camp, then training camp, then Republic Day, and then come back and all that. And it was a great honor to march down the Rajpath. And that's the time I was, came back and I was selected for advanced leadership camp at Visakhapatnam. Meanwhile, my call came for the interview SSB at Jabalpur. Only person whom I could rely for some knowledge how to go about it was a petty officer who was in NCC, training us from 3 Mysore, that is Udupi NCC, who used to come twice a week to train us. And he gave me some tips and all that. And then, of course, the book, the guide on NDA. And it was everybody was so focused on me in the college and everywhere in Mulki that they knew that I'm going to join the Navy. To the extent when I came back from the camp, Republic Day camp, all these calculus, differential calculus, or trigonometry and all that was going just above. So one of the classes, I used to be the first bencher. The maths teacher was teaching differential calculus. And after some time, he looked at me and he did this. He never used to talk. He did this. I said, then he said, leave it. It is not for you. You join the Navy. So that was the thing. And I had a very good physics lecturer who was also NCC officer in college. Plus the commanding officer of the 3 Mysore NCC. That time it is known as Mysore. He was also from Mulki. So he used to come and sometimes, of course, he was an SD officer. But he used to give me some tips and things like that. And when I went to SSB, Jabalpur, I found that people used to talk coming from Bangalore, all India level, no? So I said, no chance. So I went to this chap, the clerk, when you're giving me warrant back, I came via Chennai from Bangalore to Jabalpur. I said, you give me via Bombay, I want to meet my relatives and all that. I was very good in outdoors, outdoors activities and all that. Only tips I got was that when you are in group discussion and group, what do you call that, planning and all that, don't keep quiet. Keep yourself indulged in it. That was the only tips I got. And outdoors I was anyway good. And so I did all that, but I still felt that no chance. But when the final result came, I was shocked to see I was one of the 2 selected out of some 18 people. And that is how I came into NDA.